Hi guys and welcome to the brand new, well not brand new but almost new Toyota Highlander. This is new to Europe, and I say to Europe because in 2019 it was introduced in the USA and in 2021 we got this glorious beast of a car. The Highlander isn't new, the name goes way back. I'm not even sure which generation this is, but it used to go along with the Land Cruiser, and well, it still does, because look at this car, it's absolutely massive. It's comparable to the BMW X7 and bigger SUVs out there. So it is a very big beast. This is a hybrid all-wheel drive car, a 7-seater hybrid. So this is quite a special vehicle because there aren't many of these out there. I'm gonna squeeze myself in here pretty quickly, but decent size boot, even with the 7-seat configuration up. If you fold the seats flat, it's gonna be a very big boot. Electric tailgate, of course, but it's very annoying because it beeps all the time. Safety first. Toyota is very good at that. Now these are the 20-inch alloys, and I think they're standard from the second range up. This is the top level version, which is premium in Estonia. I'm not sure what it's called in other markets, but it gets these nicer perforated leather seats, grey or black. This is my driving position, and as you can tell, well, there is absolutely loads of room in here. The panoramic sunroof, it opens the car up so nicely, you get so much air in here. The seats themselves, they move. Well, let me try. Where's the lever? Oh, here. So you can recline and you can be uncomfortable, just as you like. Okay, so the lever to move the seat front and back is down here. Just pull it up and you can move yourself into a child's position. This basically means that if you want to sit at the third row, just look at the legroom now. It's really good. But for normal seating, let's just keep it at that. Grey interior, wouldn't be my first choice, to be honest. Black is a bit bland with this car. They don't offer a beige, which is such a shame if you ask me, because beige would suit this car oh so well. So now let's try and sit at the back, because well, this is a 7-seater and you do want to know what it's like. So let's put the seats up. Okay, let's climb in. This is a bit of a faff, to be honest. Well, my knees are very high up. It's better in the Toyota Land Cruiser. I can immediately tell you that it's better in the Land Cruiser. And well, wait, is this it? Can't I move the seats any better? Because this is too cramped. This is way too cramped. I'm sure you can move these seats, more back somehow. But how? Maybe you... Okay, so now it... Oh, Jesus! Now it gets better. So if you can recline these seats, so it's better now. But even if you move the seat in the front, at the nearest position to the driver, it's still gonna be a problem because my knees are so high up. It's not gonna be a good position for, adult size persons. This is basically only for children. For the Land Cruiser, I can tell you can fit adults at the back, and you can actually use this car. Well, that car, but this car, it's a bit of a problem, to be honest. But it is big, it is spacious, and well, it is cheaper, so it's better, I guess. Oh my god. Quickly talking about the front of this car, I forgot to mention that this car also has bi-LED headlights, all the safety sensors around the car, front cameras, back cameras, side cameras, and they all come as standard if you get the highest spec version. So one of the first things I can tell you that is a problem is the key. It's cheap as F. It's from a Yaris or a Corolla. This is a car that costs 60,000 euros. It's too cheap. I'm sorry, it's just too cheap. And the second thing I really don't like about this car is actually related to the key. It's the comfort access system. It only works on these two front doors. It doesn't work on the rear doors. Come on, Toyota. This is a 60,000 euro car. 50, 60, doesn't even matter. It's a very highly spec expensive car, and you don't give us 4 comfort access handles. Come on, this is just stupid. Okay. So to start the car up, just push the blue power button because, well, this is a hybrid, so, well, why not? And, well, immediately we are greeted by this, as I mentioned, grey leather interior, which isn't bad. I like the design language. Let's just get going. I do like the design language. Let's just turn off the ventilated seat because it's blowing and I might think it will disturb you. The car immediately feels just as any Toyota, any Lexus I have ever driven, and this is, I think, a massive compliment because Toyotas are built so reliably, and this car feels like it could go on 20-30 years and absolutely nothing would go wrong because everything is built to last. I think materials are a lot better than I thought they were gonna be. Leather here and there, no real problem with plastics. Only place I thought that well, it should be better is it's here. It's the center console, but this is bad on more expensive cars, so I'm gonna give a pass on that. Seating position, very SUV like, a big chunky steering wheel with big buttons, so it's easy to press. No touch screen buttons here, thank you. Although you do get touch sensitive buttons down here. I'm gonna talk about that later. Anyway, seating position. Seat is rather high up, I'd have to say, but it is comfortable and you do feel like you are in command of the car because, well, it's a very large car. And yeah, parking is a problem, just to say. If you're used to smaller cars, it will be a very hard thing to park. Yeah, in the tunnel it should have ambient lighting, but I'm not sure if this car has it because it might be an option. I don't know. By LED headlights, by the way, very good, very good actually. Sharp, crisp, and they do have a lot of power. What else? On the center console down here, it's a bit old-fashioned, a regular gear selector. I like this, very good, but you do get regular USB, not USB Type-C, because, well, in 2019 it was USB-C. But yeah, newer cars, they tend to have USB-C now because the newer mobile phones have USB-C, and, well, it's just a logical thing to do. Is it a problem? I think not, because, well, let's be honest, you have different cords, but yeah, but it's just something that I noticed. A lot of storage down here. You can charge your mobile phone. Let me just show you. If you put your mobile here, it will charge, and I'm gonna show it with a different clip, but this thing goes very deep and you can lose stuff there very easily actually. Yeah, driving feel is very good. As I mentioned, I feel like I am in command of the car. It's not sporty at all. This is one of these cars that you don't want to be sporty at all. It's just comfy, smooth, buttery all around. Suspension takes care of all the bumps, no problems. Steering is very light, it's very fuzzy, so to say, no sporty feeling, it's wallowy. 2 ambulances, something's wrong. Okay, so yeah, really liking the vibe of this car and how this drive car and how it drives in general. Now talking more about the powertrain in this car. This car has 183 kilowatts. 0 to 100 takes 8.3. I think it's actually doable because it feels like a more powerful car than it actually is. and there's no jerkiness at all because this is a CVT, a continuously variable transmission, so it basically doesn't have gears, it just goes wah, and that's it. It doesn't really accelerate nicely. But having said that, it's not a problem in this car because you won't accelerate anyway hard, and if you use the hybrid engine just as it should be with, you know, decent amount of acceleration, you try to be economical, it is a very good combination, to be honest. Is it economical? It will average 7 to 8 liters, I think it was quoted, so it's not really that bad for a big car like this. Maybe I can also show you the lane assist, etc. So the car will actually steer for you if it finds the lane, of course. Adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, you know, city assists, whatever assists, it has them all. In conclusion, on the driving side, I really do enjoy it. I think it's one of the big, you know, bonus plus sides of the car. It's just that much more quiet than a regular diesel or a petrol, because you do use the electricity while driving quite a lot. Ooh, I like this. Automatic cameras. They turn on immediately if you are doing, I don't know, below 10 kilometers an hour, and it's a full 360 at the front and a full 360 at the back, and there's a panoramic view as well. It's not as good as the BMWs or Mercedes nowadays, but it is really, really useful. Quality is, well, it's a bit old-fashioned, so to say. And this brings me on to another problem with this car, the navigation. Just why did you even put this kind of navigation in the car? It's absolutely pointless. People use Waze, people want to be online, they want to, you know, snappy, good navigation. Not like this. This is pointless. This is absolutely pointless. Talking about the screen in general, it's a very nicely laid out thing actually, and it's configurable, so you can have your, you know, big screen here or there, climate controls, info for the car. It is really snappy actually. The rest of the screen is very good, resolution is good. The only problem is the navigation in this car, and actually you can have Apple CarPlay and I think even Android Auto, I'm not sure, but anyway, it is a modern setup. You see, it will just and not change any gear, but it will accelerate quite nicely. I do like the silence this car has. It's very calming, so to say. This is a car you want to drive economically because it's built as a car that needs to be driven, you know, smoothly, quietly. It's at its best if you just feather the throttle and you don't need to accelerate that much. JBL stereo, very good stereo, highs, lows. It beats a Bose any day of the week. But having said that, come on, just look at it. It's just revolting to, look at. This is a nice stereo. Can't you really put, nice covers here? Something better than just plastics. It's just not nice. Talking about the prices themselves, because, well, I forgot about that. It starts from 49,000 euros for the cheapest version. Do not get that because you want some of the equipment, although it does have the safety tech, but you do want, buy LED headlights, 20-inch alloys, this big screen, because the smaller one just looks very bad. What is up with the police? It's absolutely everywhere this day. Anyway, you really do want the bigger screen. It looks weird with the small one. Nicer heated and ventilated leather seats. A lot of the stuff is better with the premium. If it's a second or the third option, really? Okay, I guess you have a bus and that's okay. So yeah, the price range is okay. So it's 49, 55, and I think closer to 60 or 59,000 euros. So 60,000 for the highest spec version. Is it worth it? Yeah, I think so. The thing to remember with these cars is that you will pay a monthly payment, and it will hold its value much better than any BMW, Audi or Mercedes, because it's a Toyota. People will still pay like 40,000 euros when it's 5 years old. I can almost guarantee that. It's no problem. So the price really doesn't matter that much, but just keep in mind that if you pay a bit more, you can get a Lexus, which is powerful, which is a bit more powerful and better. Thank you for watching, and yeah, see you soon. Bye bye.